The Arbiter's quest glided through the darkness of space, its hull reflecting the pale glow of an icy, distant star. I watched from the captain's seat as DAX-47 processed incoming signals. The holographic interface flickered to life, displaying the silhouette of a planet nestled in a cold, crystallized expanse, a frozen jewel suspended in the void. Temperature readings indicate extreme sub-zero climates. Dax's voice chimed, ever calm and mechanical. Surface conditions require thermal shielding. Incoming planetary signal, Captain. The alien transmission pulsed like an intricate melody, sharp, almost crystalline. I activated the universal translator, my heart quickening with the prospect of first contact. This is the enclave of Iscarii. A voice crackled to life, clear yet otherworldly. You approach Zareth Prime, the heart of the Crystal Accord. Your vessel is permitted to land, Captain Elara Voss, but be advised, your world's warmth will find no welcome here. Engage full thermal protection systems before descent. I met Dax's glowing lens. You heard them. Initiate planetary approach and activate thermal shielding. I don't plan to freeze solid today. The descent began. Zareth Prime loomed ahead, its surface a sweeping vista of frozen plains and towering crystalline spires that glimmered with unnatural light. Cities built of sleek, mirrored alloys merged with natural formations of ice, as if the planet itself had grown sentient structures over millennia. It was breathtaking, a seamless fusion of nature and technology. As the ship pierced through the glacial clouds, Dax chimed with urgency. Captain, thermal shielding stable, but atmospheric pressure dropping rapidly. We must land swiftly. Moments later, the Arbiter's quest touched down on a designated landing platform, the surface humming faintly with energy beneath the ice. Beyond the ship, figures emerged from the cold mist, tall, elegant beings draped in gleaming attire that mirrored their crystalline cities. Their skin bore the soft hue of winter frost, luminescent patterns glowing beneath the surface. A delegation approached, led by a figure whose posture radiated intellect and authority. Her eyes gleamed like polished emeralds, and her voice echoed in perfect harmony with the wind. Welcome, Captain Elara Voss of Earth. I am High Seeker Thrissa of the Iscarii Enclave. You have come at a moment of great importance. What sort of importance? I asked, stepping onto the frigid platform as the thermal suit crackled with protective heat. She extended a clawed hand, pointing toward a structure nestled deep within the crystalline spires. We have discovered a new form of matter vivamite, the living diamond. Its core resonates with an intelligence we do not yet comprehend, but we believe it holds knowledge of the stars, perhaps even the map of our galaxy. We require your help. The word sent a jolt of anticipation through me. A living diamond? A cosmic entity capable of unraveling the mysteries of the universe? I turned to Dax, whose lens flickered as he analyzed the data streaming in. It seems, Captain, that we have been invited into a conversation with something entirely unprecedented. Then let's not keep it waiting, I said, stepping forward. Whatever secrets Zareth Prime's icy heart held, I would uncover them. Together with the Iscarii. The Arbiter's quest's ramp hummed softly as it extended, releasing a thin veil of heat that evaporated into the frozen air. My boots crunched against the crystalline platform as High Seeker Thrissa gestured for me to follow. Beside me, DAX-47's servos whirred faintly as he floated, his sensors visibly scanning everything within range. Ahead loomed the Cynosure Spire, the heart of Iscarii science and research. It was a marvel, an immense structure of gleaming organic crystal, stretching impossibly high and shimmering with bands of soft blue and silver light. It seemed to pulse, as though the spire itself was alive, resonating in rhythm with the world around it. Is that grown? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper as we entered the immense atrium. Thrissa tilted her head slightly, her luminescent eyes glinting with pride. Indeed, Captain Voss. The Cynosure Spire is not built but cultivated, an extension of Zareth Prime's essence shaped by our will. The sight before me defied all comprehension. The walls, ceilings, and even the floors were made of translucent crystal, laced with vibrant energy flows. Holographic projections hung mid-air like shimmering constellations, showing schematics, molecular structures, and celestial maps of startling complexity. Iscarii scientists, graceful and clad in form-fitting garments that pulsed with faint light, moved fluidly through the space, their hands weaving in patterns that interacted with unseen interfaces. This is beyond anything I've seen, I murmured, trying to take it all in. It's as if science and art merged into something alive. Dax emitted a low whistle. Captain, the structural density and energy integration here far exceed any terrestrial technology. Fascinating. Thrissa allowed a thin smile. You have not yet seen our greatest wonder. Come. She led us deeper into the spire, through a series of arched corridors where crystalline formations twisted like frozen vines overhead. Finally, we entered a circular chamber, a sanctuary of stillness at the very heart of the building. In its center, suspended above a platform of intricate crystalline inlays, floated the material. It was beautiful, unsettling, and utterly alive. The Vivamite, a diamond-like object the size of my chest, hovered weightlessly. It pulsed with light from within, faint waves of energy rippling across its many facets like whispered words in a language I couldn't yet understand. Its surface shifted colors in subtle, mesmerizing hues, azure blues, deep violets, and ethereal silvers, each change accompanied by a soft, resonant hum. I stepped closer, feeling my breath catch. This is it. It is, Thrissa said, her tone reverent. The Vivamite. It was discovered deep beneath our planet's crust, encased within the oldest layers of ice. When we removed it, it began to sing. At first it was nothing but tones, a vibration we assumed was an energy signature. But as we studied it, we began to believe it is sentient and trying to communicate. Dax hovered closer, his photoreceptor focusing on the object. Captain, energy readings are extraordinary. This material is emitting low-frequency patterns consistent with complex thought. I turned to Thrissa. You said you needed help communicating with it. Have you tried decoding these patterns? She nodded. Our linguists and scientists have spent months analyzing its resonance, but the Vivamite's structure transcends our understanding. Its thoughts, if that is what they are, exist beyond our perception of time and space. We believe your perspective, as an outsider unshaped by our methods, might be the key. I studied the floating object, feeling a faint hum reverberate in my bones the closer I got. It was as though it felt me there, my presence stirring something deep within its crystalline heart. My voice dropped to a whisper tinged with awe. It's beautiful. Alive but ancient. I've never encountered anything like this. Dax's sensors pulsed rapidly. Captain, something's changing. Its energy signature is adapting, responding to your proximity. Before I could react, the hum emanating from the Vivamite deepened into a rich, harmonic tone. Patterns of light swept across its surface in deliberate waves, like a heartbeat given form. The sound resonated in the chamber, growing louder yet somehow soothing, as though it recognized me. It's speaking to us. I breathed, eyes wide. Dax, record everything. Thrissa, do you see this? Her gaze was fixed on the floating object, a mixture of awe and vindication in her expression. It senses you, Captain Voss. Whatever intelligence lies within, it knows you're here. For a moment, time seemed to slow as the Vivamite's hum intensified. I closed my eyes, letting the sound wash over me. A faint sensation tugged at my thoughts, an impression, a feeling, as though the diamond itself was trying to show me something. I saw flashes of light, star maps etched into my mind, constellations shifting and swirling in patterns far too vast to comprehend. Then, as quickly as it began, the hum softened, and the chamber fell silent once more. I opened my eyes, my heart pounding. It's showing us something. A map maybe. A guide through the stars. Thrissa stepped closer, her voice trembling with excitement. You heard it. You felt it. This is what we've been waiting for. I turned to her, the gravity of the moment settling over me. This Vivamite, it's alive, intelligent, and it knows something about the structure of the galaxy. But what does it want? Why now? Thrissa's gaze hardened, her expression a mix of awe and uncertainty. That, Captain Voss, is what we must discover together. The Vivamite's hum returned, deep and resonant, reverberating through the chamber and somehow through me. Its pulses quickened, light cascading across its crystal facets like rivers of liquid starlight. I felt my heart synchronize with its rhythm, as if drawn into an ancient song I couldn't escape, and didn't want to. Captain! Dax's voice echoed faintly, like it came from a great distance. Your bioreadings are shifting. The Vivamite is. Before he could finish, a wave of brilliant light erupted from the floating diamond, blinding yet strangely warm. My vision went white, and the world of ice and crystal melted away. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't in the chamber anymore. I stood within an infinite void, dark yet alive with threads of light stretching in every direction, like a cosmic tapestry being woven before my eyes. Stars burned softly in the distance, their light pulsing to a rhythm I instinctively understood. I turned, feeling weightless, and realized I was not alone. The Vivamite hovered in front of me, no longer a rigid object but something fluid, a lattice of living light suspended in the ether. Its form shimmered and shifted, like an idea struggling to take shape. Captain Elara Voss, a voice resonated, not spoken but felt within my very thoughts. It was melodic, vast, and ancient, as if it carried the wisdom of eons. You are ready to see. You are ready to understand. I swallowed hard, my voice barely a whisper. Understand what? What are you? The Vivamite pulsed, and suddenly its light expanded outward. Threads of energy snaked across the void, spreading like roots until an intricate structure emerged around me. It was a model of the galaxy. Spiraling arms glowing with countless stars, nebulae swirling like colored clouds, and voids yawning with unsettling emptiness. I am the keeper, the voice continued, reverberating through my very essence. A fragment of the ancient code that binds the stars. My purpose is to reveal, to guide those who listen. The galaxy before me began to shift, stars folding inward as if obeying unseen forces. My gaze was pulled toward one specific region, far from the galaxy's busy arms, a quiet, forgotten place where the stars dimmed like dying embers. This, the keeper's voice said, is the secret I hold. Near an ancient star on a world untouched by time, lies the key to your future. A fuel born from the heart of creation, pure, powerful, and enduring. As it spoke, a small planet appeared in my mind's eye. It orbited a crimson star, its surface scarred yet vibrant, as though it had survived something cataclysmic. Golden veins ran across its crust, glowing faintly, pulsing like a heartbeat. What is this fuel? I asked, breathless, trying to take in the vision. How can it help? The keeper's light dimmed momentarily, as if reflecting on its answer. This fuel, Saltherium, is the essence of stars, compressed, refined, and waiting. It will reshape your ship, Arbiter's quest, into something beyond what you know. It will give speed to traverse the galaxy, and power to uncover truths that lie hidden even from me. My mind raced. Faster ships meant farther reaches of space. Saltherium could revolutionize interstellar travel, not just for me but for humanity. Yet I couldn't shake the feeling there was more to this. Why show me this? Why now? I asked aloud. Because you listened. The keeper's hum softened, resonating through the stars around us. Your kind stands at the edge of awakening, Captain Elara Voss. You seek, you question, and you honor the truths of the cosmos. This is your path. The galaxy began to dissolve, the light threads folding back into the Vivamite. Stars collapsed into pinpricks, and the crimson star and its solitary planet lingered last, glowing like a promise burned into my thoughts. The keeper's final words echoed as the vision shattered. Go. Seek the old star and claim the future. I gasped as the vision ended, my knees buckling as I collapsed to the crystal floor of the chamber. Dax 47 hovered over me, his voice sharp with concern. Captain, are you functional? What happened? I blinked hard, the vision lingering behind my eyes like a brand. I looked up, realizing the Vivamite was now dimmer, as though it had poured its very essence into the message. I saw it, I said hoarsely, steadying myself as I rose. Thrissa, who had been watching silently, moved closer, her expression one of reverent awe. You spoke to it, she said, voice trembling. What did it show you? I met her gaze, the weight of the revelation settling like a stone in my chest. A world near an ancient star. It holds a fuel unlike anything we've known, Saltherium. With it, you could advance your civilization beyond imagination. And I can upgrade my ship to reach further than ever before. Thrissa's eyes widened, glowing faintly in the chamber's light. A gift from the stars. Captain, this knowledge could change the fate of our people. And yours. I turned to Dax, my mind already racing through the possibilities. Dax, log the coordinates of the system we saw. We're charting a course for the old star. The droid's lens flashed blue. Understood, Captain. Preparing stellar maps. Thrissa stepped forward, her gaze sharp. Captain Voss, if you intend to seek this Saltherium, the Iscarii will aid you. Consider our ships and knowledge at your disposal. Thank you, I said, straightening with renewed purpose. Whatever lies on that planet, whatever secrets the Keeper revealed, it's not meant for me alone. Together we'll uncover it. As the chamber's light dimmed, I glanced one last time at the Vivamite, its glow faint but alive, as though it watched me with quiet expectation. The Keeper had entrusted me with a piece of the galaxy's truth, and now the path ahead was clear. The ancient star awaited, and with it, a future yet to be written. The Iscarii vessel, Veilbreaker, soared through the icy expanse of space, its hull shimmering like liquid crystal as it rode silent currents between the stars. Inside the command chamber, I stood beside High Seeker Thrissa, watching as the crimson light of the ancient star grew larger in the viewport. Its glow pulsed faintly, like a sleeping giant awakening to our presence. Dax 47 hovered close, his photoreceptor fixed on the swirling planet below. A scarred world orbiting this forgotten sun. Planetfall imminent, announced the helmsman, an Iscarii whose crystalline skin reflected the ship's soft interior light. Atmospheric scans underway. Thrissa turned toward me, her sharp, luminescent gaze unreadable. Captain Voss, the Keeper's vision led us here. If Saltherium truly exists within this planet, it will change everything, for us both. I nodded, feeling a surge of anticipation as I studied the planet's surface. Fractured landscape streaked with glowing veins of gold, like ancient wounds still bleeding energy. It's down there, I murmured. Let's bring this truth to light. The Veilbreaker's sleek form cut through the atmosphere like a blade, its shields aglow with heat as we broke into the turbulent skies. Storms raged across the horizon, wind currents whipping around jagged peaks that pierced the cloud cover. The air shimmered faintly, saturated with an unseen energy. Every instinct told me this world held secrets long forgotten, buried beneath its fractured crust. Dax's voice crackled to life. Captain, I'm detecting powerful energy signatures consistent with the Keeper's description. Concentrated readings approximately 30 kilometers southeast. Thrissa gestured to the pilot. Take us there. The ship banked sharply, descending toward a ravine carved into the landscape. As we approached, the golden veins became clearer, crystalline formations erupting from the ground, glowing softly like molten light trapped in glass. Is that it? I asked, stepping closer to the viewport. Thrissa nodded. That is Saltherium. Prepare to deploy collection teams. The Veilbreaker landed gently in the ravine, the golden glow illuminating its crystalline hull. Outside, the air crackled with energy. I donned an Iscarii pressure suit, its temperature-regulating mesh adapting seamlessly to my form, while Dax floated at my side. Together with Thrissa and her scientists, we stepped onto the planet's surface. The ground beneath our boots was firm but hummed faintly with power, as if the entire planet was alive and aware of our intrusion. In the center of the ravine, great pillars of Saltherium rose toward the sky, crystalline roots stretching deep into the earth. Thrissa's team set to work. Using delicate tools, they extracted a small shard, no larger than my hand, from one of the formations. As they severed it, the surrounding crystal pulsed momentarily, sending ripples of light across the ground before settling into stillness. It's reacting to us, I observed. Thrissa examined the shard, holding it up to the golden light of the formations. The Saltherium knows we are here. This fragment alone could power a fleet, Captain. I cannot fathom its full potential. Dax analyzed the shard with a flicker of his photoreceptor. Captain, energy output levels are unprecedented. This substance could revolutionize travel, if we can unlock its secrets. I nodded. Then let's get it back to the Cynosure Spire. We have work to do. Back on Zareth Prime, the shard of Saltherium rested within a containment field in the heart of the Cynosure Spire. Iscarii scientists surrounded it, their movements precise and reverent. Thrissa and I observed from a raised platform as data streams danced across floating holograms. The crystalline structure is self-regenerating, one scientist reported. It seems to resonate at frequencies beyond the visible spectrum. Another scientist added, Captain, the energy within this shard is alive. It adapts to inputs as though it learns. We believe the Saltherium isn't just a fuel. It's a sentient energy matrix. I stared at the glowing shard, its golden light flickering like a heartbeat. It's alive, I echoed softly, the realization sending a chill through me. And yet, it offers itself willingly. Thrissa stepped forward, her voice measured. The Keeper's message was clear. This energy exists to guide us, to empower those who seek the stars with respect and understanding. We can use it, but we must honor it. Dax's lens flickered. Captain, calculations complete. If integrated with your ship systems, this shard could enhance the Arbiter's quest to travel at speeds unimaginable with current technology. You would surpass the limitations of conventional FTL drives. Thrissa turned to me, her expression serious yet hopeful. Captain Voss, we propose to upgrade your vessel. Allow our people to integrate Saltherium into its systems. The process will take time, but the result will be extraordinary. I blinked, absorbing the weight of her words. You would share this with me? You were chosen by the Keeper, she said. Your ship will be the first to bear this gift. A bridge between our worlds. But we ask that you remain here during the process, to oversee the integration and ensure it aligns with your needs. I looked at the Saltherium, its light reflected in Thrissa's gaze. This energy, alive, intelligent, and ancient, had the power to reshape everything I knew about space travel. My mission would no longer be limited by speed or distance. I could explore the farthest reaches of the galaxy, uncovering truths hidden for millennia. I accept, I said firmly, a spark of excitement in my chest. Together, we'll build a ship that can carry us beyond the stars. Thrissa inclined her head, a rare smile crossing her features. Then let us begin. The Arbiter's quest will become the first of its kind. A vessel of discovery, powered by the heartbeat of creation. As the scientists began their preparations, I stepped toward the containment field, watching the shard pulse with life. The Keeper's vision had led me here, and the path ahead was clear. The stars were calling and I would answer. The Arbiter's quest sat within the central hangar of the Cynosure Spire, surrounded by a symphony of light and motion. Iscarii engineers, their crystalline tools humming in harmony, worked alongside their technology, as though it were an extension of themselves. The golden shard of Saltherium pulsed softly from its containment field, integrated into a chamber at the heart of my ship. I watched from the observation platform as the upgrade process progressed. Dax floated beside me, processing the flood of data pouring in from the scientists below. Captain, Dax said, his lens flickering with calculated awe. The Saltherium is reformatting itself to interface seamlessly with the ship's core systems. It's adapting. This isn't just integration. It's a mutual evolution. I frowned. You mean the fuel is learning from the ship? Precisely, Dax replied. It's alive in a way we don't fully understand yet. It's rewriting the Arbiter's quest to function beyond its original limits. As days turned to weeks, the ship transformed. Its hull began to glow faintly with veins of golden energy, similar to those we'd seen on the ancient planet. The Iscarii called it the Vessel Reborn, speaking of the ship in reverent tones, as if it were no longer a machine but something more, an entity of purpose and destiny. During the upgrades, Thrissa summoned me to a secluded research chamber deep within the spire. There, holograms of the scarred world we had visited hovered above a circular platform, displaying layers of the planet's crust, history, and energy signatures. What did you find? I asked, stepping into the soft light of the chamber. Thrissa turned, her expression somber. The Saltherium was not always as it is now. It evolved over millennia, within the heart of that ancient world. Long ago a civilization lived there. They called themselves the Solarii. The name echoed in my mind, familiar in a way I couldn't place. What happened to them? Thrissa gestured to the holograms, where simulations played out in haunting detail. The Solarii were builders, dreamers much like us. They discovered Saltherium deep within their planet's core, and used it to power their civilization, reaching technological heights that rival the greatest empires of the stars. The images shifted. Vast golden cities rising from the planet's surface, starships sleek and shimmering with Saltherium energy. But their ambition outweighed their caution, Thrissa continued, her voice heavy with grief. They began to extract too much, disturbing the delicate balance of their world. The Saltherium, alive and bound to the planet, could no longer sustain itself. The simulations darkened. Cracks appeared in the surface. The golden veins dimmed as earthquakes and storms swept the planet, tearing apart cities and scattering the remnants of the Solarii civilization. The Saltherium survived, Thrissa said softly. But the Solarii did not. It remembers Captain Voss. It learned from their mistakes, and now it chooses carefully who may wield its power. I stared at the projection, the weight of the discovery settling over me like a shroud. It's as much a warning as it is a gift. Thrissa nodded. The Keeper entrusted you with this knowledge. We must use the Saltherium with wisdom. When the final day of the upgrades arrived, I stood in the hangar with Thrissa and her team as the Arbiter's quest powered up for the first time. Golden light pulsed through its hull, flowing like veins beneath its newly reinforced structure. The ship's engines hummed with a deep harmonic tone, a sound that felt alive. Dax hovered beside me, his voice tinged with awe. Captain, all systems are reporting optimal. The Saltherium core is functioning as an integrated part of the ship. We are no longer bound by traditional FTL speeds. The ship's potential is limitless. The hangar fell silent as the Saltherium shard embedded within the ship pulsed once, and a wave of golden energy rippled outward. For a moment I felt as though the ship was breathing, aware of itself and its purpose. Captain Elara Voss, Thrissa said, her voice clear and reverent, the Arbiter's quest is ready. You have been chosen to bear this gift, and with it, you carry the hopes of our people. I placed a hand against the ship's hull, feeling warmth radiate from within. Thank you, High Seeker. I will honor this gift. As I boarded the ship for the first time since its transformation, I felt a strange pull, as though the vessel itself was guiding me. I entered the command deck, the familiar hum of the engines now accompanied by the soft, melodic pulse of the Saltherium. The golden shard housed securely in the central console glowed faintly. Captain, Dax said, I'm detecting an energy spike from the Saltherium. It's... Before he could finish, the light exploded outward, filling the command deck with radiant gold. I staggered, my vision consumed by the glow as I felt my mind pulled elsewhere, just as it had before. The golden light faded, and I found myself standing once more in the endless void of stars. The Keeper appeared before me, not as a form but as a presence, its voice resonating through the fabric of my thoughts. The journey does not end here, Elara Voss. The stars call to you still. The void shifted and a new vision materialized before me. A planet shrouded in violet clouds, orbiting a binary star system. Its surface rippled with violent storms and glowing fissures, but within the chaos, I saw glimmers of life. Vast cities struggling to endure, their technology failing as their skies darkened. This world, the Keeper whispered, is dying. Its people are lost, their harmony broken. They cry out to the stars for salvation, yet none hear them. You must go, Captain. You must help them restore their balance before their light is extinguished. The image burned into my mind, the sense of urgency pressing into my chest like a physical weight. Where is it? I asked aloud. The Keeper's voice was soft but resolute. Follow the edge of the spiral arm. Their world lies hidden within the storm. A world that will teach you the cost of imbalance, and the power of unity. I gasped as I came back to the command deck, the golden light receding. Dax hovered anxiously beside me. Captain? Are you all right? I steadied myself, my heart racing. Dax, chart a course along the spiral arm of this galaxy. The Keeper showed me another world. A world in peril. We're going to help them. Dax's lens flickered as he processed my words. Understood, Captain. Course plotting initiated. I looked out the viewport as the Arbiter's quest hummed beneath my feet, its golden energy pulsing softly like a heartbeat. The Keeper had chosen me, not just to wield this gift, but to carry its message to those in need. The stars were vast and their stories many, but this was the next chapter, one that had already begun to write itself. With a deep breath, I stepped into the captain's seat. Let's go save a planet. The Arbiter's quest surged forward, golden light spilling into the void as we left Zareth Prime behind. The universe was waiting, and I would not turn away. The Arbiter's quest floated silently in the deep void of space, a single vessel standing on the edge of infinity. The newly upgraded systems thrummed with life, golden veins pulsing faintly through the hull like a living organism breathing in harmony with the stars. I stood on the bridge, Dax 47 hovering at my side, as the ship's holographic systems brought the Keeper's vision into vivid detail. "Captain," Dax reported, his photoreceptor glowing brighter as the projection coalesced, "the planetary scans are complete. Rendering now." Before us, a planet materialized in the center of the command deck. An enormous three-dimensional hologram floating in golden light. It was beautiful and ominous, a world shrouded in swirling violet storms. Massive thunderheads rippled across its surface, flashes of lightning illuminating fractured landscapes below. Great rifts scarred the land, glowing fissures stretching like veins through the planet's crust. Despite the chaos, glimmers of civilization peeked through. A patchwork of towering cities, hidden in the shadows of violent weather, their lights flickering like dying embers. "This is the world the Keeper showed me," I murmured, stepping closer to the image. My hand hovered above one of the cities, its spires battered by relentless winds but still standing. "It's holding on, but for how long?" Dax rotated toward me. "Atmospheric and geological data suggest a planet in extreme crisis, Captain. The fissures are emitting destabilizing energy, likely causing the storms. If left unchecked, the structural integrity of the planet itself may collapse." "Yet the people endure," I said softly, staring at the cities that refused to fall. "The Keeper said their harmony was broken. It's like the Saltherium. It needs balance to survive." Thriss's voice chimed over the ship's comm system, her presence calm but resolute. "Captain Voss, we've plotted the planet's coordinates. The path leads far beyond the spiral arm, into a region of space untouched for generations. Your upgraded vessel will reach it in days where others would take lifetimes." "Thank you, High Seeker," I replied, my heart stirring with determination. "Without your people, this journey wouldn't be possible." Dax flickered the hologram back to a star map, showing our position on the galactic plane. The planet lay in the void beyond, so distant it felt like an echo at the edge of time. The stars stretched between us like a river of light, vast and unmapped. "Captain," Dax said, "all systems are prepared for the jump. The Saltherium core is stable, and our new engines are fully operational. We await your command." I took my place in the captain's chair, the soft hum of the ship thrumming beneath me like a heartbeat. Around me the bridge glowed with golden light, flowing through every console and surface like rivers of energy. The Arbiter's quest was more than a ship now, it was alive, ready to take us beyond the stars. I looked out through the main viewport into the vast blackness of space, the distant galaxies glittering like diamonds scattered across a velvet tapestry. That faraway planet, scarred but stubborn, called to me. A world in need, its people holding on against all odds. The Keeper had chosen me to find it, to help restore balance where it had been lost. And I would not fail. "Dax," I said, my voice steady but filled with purpose. "Engage the engines. Set course for the far edge of the galaxy." "Acknowledged, Captain," Dax replied. "Activating Saltherium core. Initiating jump in through one." The ship shuddered softly, and then the golden veins flared with brilliant light. Outside the viewport, the stars stretched into glowing streaks as the Arbiter's quest surged forward, breaking through the limits of space and time. The hum of the engines deepened into a resonant tone, filling the bridge like the song of the universe itself. For a moment the galaxy unfolded before us. A vast spiral of light and shadow, a reminder of how small we were, and yet how much there was to discover. As we sped toward that distant storm-wracked planet, I felt the weight of the journey and the thrill of what lay ahead. This was no longer just about exploration. It was about purpose, balance, unity. I turned toward the glowing shard of Saltherium embedded in the command console. It pulsed faintly, as if whispering secrets I couldn't yet understand. "The stars may be endless," I said softly, more to myself than anyone else, "but we're meant to walk among them, to help, to learn." The Arbiter's quest surged onward, faster than ever before, golden light trailing behind it like a beacon in the dark. Ahead lay a world waiting for salvation, and a story yet to be written. The Keeper had shown me the path. Now it was time to take the first step. The new journey to save the planet had begun.